You're tuned into The Trap. You're tuned into The Trap.
You're tuned into the Trap House Rocks show.
Miss LB Management.
Blackster
063.
EventLevel.com, promoting indie. Indie Republic, we are indie.
Say what's happening, man? It's your boy Shout L.O. right now on Trap House Rocks. Yo, what up? It's your boy McMillan, man. We in the Trap House. You already know how we doing it, man. We stay in the motherfucking Trap House doing what we do. Giving y'all the hottest music on the streets right now. Let's get it.
Oh, you already know what time it is. It's your boy Mass Spike Miles, and right now you tuned in to the #1 trap house in the world. Trap House. Let's go.
What up, though? It's your girl, Baby Bay, and you are now tuned in to Trap House Rocks Radio. EventLevel.com with the Queen, Miss LP, and the King, Enough Star. You already know what it is, fam. Keep on rocking.
Trap House Rocks. Exclusive.
Don D&T-Y, Ghost and Raekwon, Big Daddy Kane, 91 Nas, 92 Big, yeah, 94 Pop. I cook a whole brick and let my whole
I got a trampoline trap, my shit jump all night. Boy, I got olds of that fish scale and dumb hard white. Yo, who you know in Carolina got Broadway, yay? The fiends dance for it like they in a Broadway play. Yo, I got plugs over here, I'm plugged over there. Plug, nigga, I'm plugged everywhere. And when Migo come through, ain't no habla English, but he play with them keys and don't use no fingers. I saw Kilo niggas turn into Christinas. When them niggas go to jail, they some real good singers. When I say Tata, I ain't talking about Queens, I'm talking T.Y. Winston, the kid with the fiends. And back when I dig in them Levi jeans, I get cut like a nigga who ain't make the team. A nigga fuck if I don't make the screen, cause I know how to take a pack of hard white and make it green. And motherfucker, I can pay your fee, $50. He'll break in your Lexus and take your screens. While you frontin', I'ma get this cream. Then cop a old school with a rag top and make it lean. Every time I play the strip, I make a scene. If my car keep flip-flopping blue to green, yeah, that's candy, baby. And it's official, I got my shit painted in Miami, baby. Got soldiers that's ready to buck, so I could get you wet like a horny bitch ready to fuck. Or when that gauge you leave a hole in you, Reese cup size. And I'm like Jordan, I be wearing that 4-5. My niggas more live. Yo, come home and find your mother and your kids in the living room hog-tied. And we ain't through yet. We killing everybody in your whole family, nigga, then we getting you wet.
Don D&T-Y, Ghost and Raekwon, Big Daddy Kane, 91 Nas, 92 Big, yeah, 94 Pop. I cook a whole brick and let my rap house Don D&T-Y, EPMD, 93 Mob, Jay-Z and 88. In the club 50, new 3,000 locks. I cook a whole brick and let my rap house rock.
I don't want
Ziggy will hit me at like 5 in the morning. Miss LB, can you take my video down? Can you do this? Can you do that? And I'm like, oh, Ziggy, it's Sunday morning. I've got a hangover. You know, stop that. But, you know, I'm there when they need me. Right? You know. Now, also tonight, I'm going to play an exclusive record after our interview with Frank SPIFF. This record comes from my friend Detroit Flex. Okay, out of Detroit, of course. It's timeless music. Timeless creations out of Detroit. They're my peoples. You know, my boy Senile is the producer. Detroit Flex is the artist. He's actually getting ready to drop his album, so he's real excited about that. It's called Assault and Battery. You can look for that any day. We're going to release that. So you're going to get to hear The Crown featuring Ava Stewart off of his new album. So that's, you know, it's nowhere online yet. So this is an exclusive record for all you listeners.
Let me say this real quick, LB. I'm telling everybody right now, keep a lookout in the next 1 to 3 years. Detroit is going to be the hottest music city on planet Earth again. You mark my words.
We got to shout out my boy Detroit 6.
Believe it.
Yeah, you're out there in Michigan. What's up? What's it like out there?
That's what I'm talking about.
The music scene?
It's cold as hell.
It's coming back, man.
Music is everywhere right now. You know, everybody got studios popping off. Great beats.
Now, what we're going to do right now is we're going to take a short break because I want to go ahead and get our guest, Frank SPIFF, in the building with us. You guys are going to love him. He is like a breath of fresh air to me. When I first heard his first record, I was like, yeah, what's up? You know what I mean? Like, I'm ready to work with you. So you're gonna love this guy. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a short break. We'll be right back with y'all. Stay tuned in to Trap. We'll be right back with y'all.
What's up? Shit, I'm just by myself right now. No, I'm just kicking. Let me get back to you on that. Yeah, I think I might just chill today. Yeah. Alright. One.
Nowadays, the world is so deranged. Trying to imagine the sun through the rain. Just wanna chill and do my own thing. Tonight I'm trying to kick it like Luke Kane. Turn off my phone cause my girl just bitchin'. Turn off my brain cause my thoughts still itching. And chill. Tonight I'm trying to kick it like Luke Kane. Tonight I'm trying to kick it like Luke Kane. Smooth shit like the back of a naked mole rat underneath the top hat with the top back. Sometimes I feel trapped in the box, just a dormitory parakeet. I wanna leave this purgatory paradise. How y'all for life, hallucinatory clarity. Food for your soul, head bobbing to the melody. Food for your flow, baby, oratory ecstasy. The therapy, spontaneity, the essence of a free mind. So call me weird, but I'm just trying to free mind. Loving this moments where I wish that I could freeze time. Loving this life is wrong, I'm guilty of the free crime. Sinners, led by imaginary oppressors. Sinners, lost in these temporary forevers. I'm just trying to chill like a guy named Trevor. Do my own thing, perfect day, July and December. Nowadays, the world is so deranged. Trying to imagine the sun through the rain. Just wanna chill and do my own thing. Tonight I'm trying to kick it like Luke Kane. Turn off my phone cause my girl just bitchin'. Turn off my brain cause my thoughts still itching. And chill. Tonight I'm trying to kick it like Luke Kane. Tonight I'm trying to kick it like Luke Kane. In the end, only the humble will make it. In the beginning, all the foolish will fake it. Fool's gold is what they left with, so take it. But be careful, too much weight, you might break it. It's hip-hop, the euphemism for a new religion. If so, then love the religion for that euphemism. I know I shouldn't, but I'm enticed because she seems so different. The way she moving, fogging up my good intuition. Let's take a walk through the park, under the branches of the trees. At the sky, through the clouds, run through the autumn tinted leaves. I said, we can start a revolution, spread love, peace, joy, you know, start a revolution. She said, I like the sound of your elocution. Sound like backwards evolution. Picked up my sack, put my thoughts in my back, cause tonight I'm trying to do my own thing. Nowadays, the world is so deranged. Trying to imagine the sun through the rain. Just wanna chill and do my own thing. Tonight I'm trying to kick it like Luke Kane. Turn off my phone cause my girl just bitchin'. Turn off my brain cause my thoughts still itching. And chill. Tonight I'm trying to kick it like Luke Kane. Tonight I'm trying to kick it like Luke Kane. Nowadays the world is so deranged. Trying to imagine the sun through the rain. Just wanna chill and do my own thing. Turn off the phone cause my girl just bitchin'. Turn off my brain cause my thoughts still itching. And chill.
And now for our feature presentation.
Now, I told the people that you're like a breath of fresh air to me when I hear your content and everything that you have. But we got to let the people know. You come out of Chicago, but today, let's just go ahead and talk about today. Today, he dropped a video, but it's not only dropping his video today. He dropped his first content, like, as an artist, correct? Out there today for the world.
That's true. I've been working for quite a bit of time, but I really dropped my first project today, so I'm very excited about that.
Now, normally we would have people who have tons and tons and tons of content out there. Now, I know that you loved music as a child and all the way, through your life, but what made you wait to put out your project? You know what I mean? Because you're about to drop an album or an EP album, so what made you wait?
I mean, really what made me wait was just the fact that I was never really satisfied with what I put together. I've been making music for a hot ass minute. It had to be 5-10 years at this point, but I was never really satisfied with it.
What was it
up
that you weren't
until-
satisfied? The producers or just yourself or what?
Yeah, I mean, I've dealt with a good amount of producers. I produce myself, engineer myself as well.
Nice.
So now, with that being said, you are an artist, you're a producer, an audio engineer. I mean, you dibble and dabble with hip hop to rap to R&B to pop to R&B, even soul and jazz. So you're very well-rounded as an artist. I can tell already by the content that I've already heard from you. See, I get the sneak peek. Y'all haven't heard everything yet,
Yeah.
so.
And I gotta say, there's something about him because like I've been working with LB for quite a while now, and she been talking about you. I'm not saying she's in love or anything like that with music, and she's really digging your shit because I've had to hear about it all day today and yesterday. So I'm trying to figure out. And you don't
Listen,
have like 6 records. Why is this happening off the first record?
I know greatness when I see it. Now, he's very talented. I can tell that. And when I say a breath of fresh air, it means that I'm really digging. I mean, it's like, it's not just the average music that you're hearing out there on the radio or out there on the internet radio or anywhere. It makes you feel good. So we'll say it's feel good music.
There you go.
Okay? It's not like one line throughout the whole song. You know what I mean? He's very lyrical.
Well, what you turned me on to, I was like, after you told me it's his first record, I was like, what? You sounded like you'd been around for a minute.
Yeah, because he perfected those skills, I guess.
Exactly right. Exactly right.
But how are you feeling right now? Because your video, actually, what we're going to do is we are going to debut your video right here on this live stream right here in a second. But how you feeling though, knowing that this first video is dropped and it's fucking awesome? You guys are gonna see it. Now let's talk about who filmed it. Who filmed your video for you and edited?
Yeah, so who filmed my video was an individual by the name of Brian Zalaki of the Elevator Music Group. Huge music organization out in Chicago. Brian's a real cool dude. As soon as we met up, we instantly clicked really well, and he got my visuals right. So can't say nothing but good things about Brian and Elevator Mag as a music organization.
I'll say this before we watch the video, because we're going to watch it right now. It makes you feel good when you watch it, and you might love it. Well, you already saw it, but you're going to love it again.
Yeah, I'll say I love it again.
I mean, it made me feel good when I watched it.
Let me ask you this.
Very HD. It's good. It's a great video.
Let me ask you this. Seeing how you've been doing music for a while, you just haven't released it, but releasing it now, are you like real nervous about what the people are going to say and stuff like that? I mean, are you wrapped up in all that shit, or you don't give a shit? You do music for you.
Yeah, I mean, I do music for me. I'm not really.
Oh, I think we lost him.
We didn't lose him, but he has faded out. He's faded out for a second. Maybe we should start the video. Yeah, we lost him. We'll get him back in a second. Let's continue to talk about him while we're trying to get him back. Yeah. Like I said, I think that sometimes when I start working with an artist, I get more excited than they are to drop something, because I'm like, I just get excited. I love music, and that's what I do. So
Hopefully that never changes, because I think that's what makes you who you are with music. Same with myself. Like, I've been doing music a long time. I'm just excited about it today, and maybe even more so today than it was 20 years ago. So you can't lose that edge.
Do we have Frank back in the building?
You do have Frank back in the building.
Let's turn that camera back on. We got him back. So right now what we're going to do is we're all going to be quiet, and we're going to let you guys watch his brand new video one time right here on Trapped Out Tuesday. So here we go.
Blow smoke till a nigga can't see no more. Blow smoke till a nigga can't see no more. The rent is due, but I'm just trying to get higher. Put the L in the sky, set that bitch on fire. I gotta elevate. I smoke a L a day. Today was in the wind, so I gotta smoke the L away. Oh no, that's red. Latino smoke that. Kush blunt skunk up front, then we blow back. Light a doobie up, then serve up the entree. Taking flights through the pipe, smoking Bombay. Shorty pussy the bomb, yeah. Hit her with the pound, yeah. Slit her the loud, her head gave me the sound, yeah. I blew it up, but it's back to the flow again. Another blunt, another bong, another bowl again. Break it down, roll it up, seal the Vegas, smoke it up. Lungs in, lungs out, cognac, we throw it up, elevated. If smoking was a class, I would get an F, cause I'm faded. Me and Cuzzo, we smoke zones, nothing but the best way I get high. It's like an S on my chest, yes. I'm in my element, getting cake, smoking weight, I'm talking riding elephants. And at the end of the day, if it don't go my way, I just light an L and say I made it through another day. Blow smoke till a nigga can't see no more. Blow smoke till a nigga can't see no more. The rent is due, but I'm just trying to get higher. Put the L in the sky, set that bitch on fire. One time, one time, no time for the nigga with the C, no issues. Real nigga smoke tree, no work. I smoke an L a day, just to get away. Colorado loud pack, smoking John LOA. Smoke in my brain and it's clouding up my judgment. Walk through the crowd, know I'm loud like a newborn in public. I'm from the Whitney, so you know a nigga blow trees. You blow one, you blow two, I'm finna blow three. Ballin' like Ginobili, man, they can't hold me. The Thrax in this pack got me feeling like I'm rolling. No tires, get higher. Got weed, got blunt, got lighter. Stay high like occupating as a pilot. With my niggas all day, smoking kush and violent. Just try it, I know you like it. Everything's a little better when you a little high shit. Or maybe I'm just high shit, I don't know, I'm feeling myself. The man on my neck tell me that I'm killing myself. If that's the case, then I'm ready to die. Not worry about living long, cause I'm already alive. And at the end of the day, if it don't go my way,
I just light an L and say
I made it through another day. Blow smoke till a nigga can't see no more. Blow smoke till a nigga can't see no more. The rent is due, but I'm just trying to get higher. Put the L in the sky, set that bitch on fire. One time for my homie with the weed. One time for my homie with the beat. No time for the nigga with the C. No issues. Real nigga smoke tree. No work. On the low, I get so high. Touch the sun, the moon, the stars. One time to the sky.
Event levels.com, promoting indie.
Leaves our wings, bald eagle, I stay fly. All my niggas so smoke. All my niggas so smoke. But I'm just trying to get higher with the L in the sky. Set that bitch on fire. Just smoke. All my niggas so smoke.
Now, I just showed y'all the future of hip hop. I hope y'all appreciate that.
You look nervous while that was playing, man.
Oh no, not at all.
The viewers got to see it clearer than we could see. But what you smoking on out there is my first question, because I mean, you know, obviously I want to know because the video.
I mean, shit, smoking on nothing but the loudest of the loud. Kush pack, purple all day. Ain't smoked Reggie since I was, man.
Make it through another day. Now, let's talk a little bit more about your therapy album that's going to drop soon. What can the people expect from the, you know, they've heard one track. What can they expect?
I mean, therapy in general is really kind of a synopsis of who I am as a person. I mean, it's really feel-good music. It's really kind of me speaking of who I am, talking about some of the things I'm going through. As an artist, I really pride myself on being really versatile. So, I mean, you're going to hear some smooth shit like you just heard, but you're always also going to hear, you know what I'm saying, some more turn shit, some more turn up type shit as well. So it's a good mix and it all represents me.
Now, let's see here. The album, of course, is going to drop on all the online. He's going to sell it Google Play, iTunes, Spotify, Amazon, all the outlets. Probably put it on CD Baby next week and all the outlets. So you guys can just Google Frank Spiff once this drops and you'll be able to go find it, purchase it. We want you to go pay for it. Yes. Now, I got to ask you another question because I saw in the video where you had your shirt off. No.
Yes, oh, that's what it's up. That's what's happening.
Don't get it twisted. I'm a professional here. But I'm old, but these younger, I mean, you know, have you thought about modeling? With that physique you have?
Nice.
No, modeling is something that's come across my mind. I just like to stay in shape, you know, healthy body, healthy life.
So you work out a lot?
Yeah, I like to work out regularly. I say I get into the gym a couple of times a week. Nothing crazy.
I have some money questions to ask you, and I'm going to do that now because I'm going to do 3 instead of 2 because since you said no to the modeling, we're going to have to see if he'll do something for some money. Every week here, if it's your first time tuning in, I ask the guest, will they do something for the money that I'm going to give them? We want to know what's inside their head, either why they'll do it or why they won't do it. So we're going to start with, let's start with the clothes off question because you had your shirt off in the video for $1 million. That's 1 million. You can't tell anybody. Will you? Well, that's not too hard because most guys would be down with doing a porno flick. Let's say a.
Well, what do you mean? Wait, what do you mean? Most guys be down with doing a porno flick?
Why not? For $1 million, you ask Ziggy Wisco, will you do a porno for $1 million? He's gonna be like, hell yeah, Miss LB, book that shit.
Maybe if I had a body like his, but not with a body like mine.
Man, I'm finna tell him I got a couple in this collection. Y'all want to pick it through?
No, stop. Everybody stop. Okay, so we'll go back to the close off question. Let's start with this one. I'm going to give you, it takes a lot of money, you know, to be in this music game. You have to pay for everything, this and that. You know, you have to pay to play because you want your content to look good and you want everything, you know, the way it's supposed to be. So I'm going to give you $5 million. Would that help you out, $5 million?
Yeah, motherfucking yeah, that'll help me out.
Okay. You have to do something for me and you can't tell anybody that I gave you this money. You have to act like you like it. This year, 2016, you have to do 200 shows this year across the whole country in a lot of different places. There'll be big venues, small ones, packed houses every time. And you have to, through that whole one-time song, you have to do that Rich Homie Quan dance through the whole record. The one where he's popping, like he's looking like he's...
Only $1 million.
No, $5 million for that.
$5 million, that's all. That's
5,200,000 shows.
You gotta pop like that. You gotta act like
shit.
you love that dance.
You own it. You worked hard for it.
It's kind of like dancing like you fucking because that's what he looks like. He looks so weird doing it. Will you do it?
No, I'm gonna say I probably wouldn't just because I'm an individual myself. I make up my own dance for them 200 shows and I bust that out. And 5 million is just the beginning. You feel me? 5-10 years from now, 5 million is gonna be pennies. So I'm gonna say I'm being an individual with mine for those 200 shows.
Let's do some more questions like that and raise the ante a little bit, like 20 million.
20
million.
No. A new question.
All right.
You have to do a new track, and you have to perform it at the 200 shows this year, all across the country and act like you like it. Your new track is featuring Lil B, the bass god, and the track will be called My Hubby.
My Hubby.
Ooh. For 20 million?
20 million?
20 million.
Again, I cannot perform a track with another man called My Hubby. That's just not gonna happen. It's just something money can't buy.
Y'all heard that?
That's one of them.
That means that Mr. Frank Spiff will not sell his soul for this music game. You know, you see that a lot. They obviously have to be paid for some of the shit that they're doing out there these days. He's not going to go that route. He's going to do it with his skills. But we're going to go back to the money question. I'm going to give him $50 million.
50 million to do the Rich Homie Quan.
No, a new question.
New question?
A new question.
Let's see how I can do this. Get butt naked and take a selfie in the mirror and post it on all your social sites at the same time. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Just post it. Don't even put a caption or nothing. Just post it.
Butt naked picture.
Right there, showing everything on all your social networks.
And you gotta put it in Michelle Obama DM. How your Gotti said,
God,
all
you're
in the
trying to get it
DM.
fucked up.
All in the DM. Y'all, you gotta, it goes down.
But Nate, think about it. You gotta go take a picture in the mirror. First of all, taking a picture, a selfie naked in the mirror for a guy is kind of, I mean, you know, and then posting it onto your social networks. The comments that you get will be ridiculous. Your guy fellas are gonna be like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I mean, yeah, I feel that. I mean, if I did post it, I get hella love from the ladies. That's
right.
But I'm gonna have to go once again and say, no, I'm not gonna post myself butt naked for this music. No.
You're blowing the best opportunity ever, because I'm going to tell you why. Because you just said it. The way you look, all right, you're going to post that shit. The ladies are going to go crazy, and the guys are going to be jealous as fuck. They're going to be
the guys are not going to be. They're going to be like, no, dude. What
how inside they will. They might not talk about it, but they will be, man. Because
they're going to be like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Oh, you missed the opportunity to turn 50 million to a couple $100 million.
Ziggy, will you do it, Ziggy?
Hell yeah, $50 million. Fool, do you know how much interest $50 million draw?
Listen, we're trying to build a brand here. We don't need to come out like that.
Just did it. You just did it.
Hold on.
50 millionaires, but shit, the way I'm thinking, it's a lot bigger than the average man thinking. I'm not thinking 50 million. I'm thinking 50 billion.
He is. What's your Instagram say?
Simply complex, to put my complex simply.
See, that's what I was trying to say. I couldn't get it on, you know.
Listen, you guys right now could pull up $20 a piece. I'll take 80 and do it right now.
We gonna skip that. We don't.
Not for you guys. I'll post a picture online. I don't
He's
care.
trying to get us kicked off YouTube and off everything in life.
No.
But I know everybody's really excited for the album. I told them when we lost you for a second, I think I get a little bit more excited than the artists do. I'm like a music freak, and I just love it when new projects drop, and I'm excited about your project dropping. So, and I know the people are going to love it. You have to go follow him on Twitter at Frank Spiff. That's SPIFF. And on the Instagram, it's Frank LYNN Spiff. So make sure that you watchers, listeners, viewers, everybody go follow him. Tell us about why it's Spiff. Before you get up out of here, why is it? Tell us what Spiff means. It's not spliff like the, you know. So what's the?
Well, actually, Spiff came from, I mean, shit, since high school and actually all the way up into college, people have always called me Spiffy in terms of the way I dress. You know, in terms of the way I carry myself, I've always been a spiffy dude. So shit, I just dropped the Y. And shit, people just started calling me Spiff, so I just kind of roll with it.
Well, I see a bright future for you. I'm lucky to work with you, and I'm excited. Where do they need to go hit you up if they want a feature from you? Are you doing features right now? Or if they want to book you at a show, where do you want them to hit you at? Anywhere or Gmail?
Hit me on my Twitter, hit me on my Instagram. My email address are on both of those sites. Hit me up for the features, hit me up for the shows. I love collaborating. I love mixing ideas and being creative with different minds. So absolutely hit me up if you're interested. Any inquiries.
He's a fucking superstar. I'm about to check. Mark my words. I do this all the time, Frank. I've had, down through the years that we've done this show, I picked out artists, and then like 3 or 4 weeks later or 2 months, you'll see them up there where you can't even talk to them anymore. So, you know, that's came through the show. So we like to repeat that. We want to repeat that here tonight.
I'll have to say, LB, I think you've never been wrong on that fact. When someone comes on the show and you say it like happens. I'm not saying it's going to happen to you, Frank, but it happens with her.
It's going to happen. I'm never wrong.
Oh, I already know. It's already written, baby. It ain't an if situation. It's a when.
Do you want to spit a little something for us before you go? Live right here on the live show? A little verse from the album, something?
Yeah, most definitely. I could always spit a little verse from the album. It's absent of concave and convex sessions. It ain't complex. It ain't chess, see, even checkers. The proof make me more better, make me kick it like Beckham. David Goliath in the second, the eighth section. Yeah, it be the struggle in my mental. Insane brain, the sound mind was just a rental one way. Can I get the continental? Oops, that was accidental. Sacramento, I'm the king. Premature was the word, so placental. Lusted with no strings, parallels the preferential. Walking with no guidance of parental gear. A heartbreaker, a heart taker. No player, cut me now, I swear I call later. Pump faker, her love taker. Troublemaker breeds a money maker. I fell in love with the money maker. Destiny to study, heckling, no remedy. Ain't sweating you, why you sweating me? He on a bike with some Nikes and a pocket full of rocks, yeah. He pedaling while pedaling, so petty G. And back taxes, swishes, and fat asses. It seems that the American dream has lost its way and turned nightmare. Life through a mirage, a ghetto collage, poetic massage, smoke out the garage, throw out a crooked corsage, rose petals, lit it on the concrete, coupled with cigarette buds and a thug at the cross streets.
Hey, you see? Mark my words, okay? Mark my words. I want to ask you something before you leave. What is that behind you moving?
Get your nosy, get your nose down somewhere. There you go. Look.
I saw something moving.
Know what that is.
I didn't know if it was shoes or a dog or what it was. I saw something moving behind him.
That's actually the feet of my lady. She's sitting here in the room with me, and
she's gonna be like, "You should have took that $50 million and did that damn picture." You know what I'm saying? But,
we should have that question.
Right.
Wouldn't take that.
When you get off this computer, she gonna be like, "Nigga, what the fuck is wrong with you?" See, that's what I'm talking about right now. You got to swallow your motherfucking nigga, because I ain't got time for this bullshit. Cause you being petty.
Oh Lord.
That's how that.
You heard it right there from Ziggy. Frank Spiff, thank you so much for coming through. We'll have the podcast up for you in a day or so and let you share it with all your fans who didn't get to tune in tonight. We thank you once again. Come through the Trap House anytime. You got the keys to the trap.
Always, baby. Much love.
You want to give some shout outs before you go?
Absolutely, man. Shout out my people, A Glow. Shout out my boy Soup. Shout out my boy Fresh. Shout out my girl Tyler. Shout out my family, all my homies from the Shy. I love all y'all. Love all the fans. Appreciate all the love.
Thank you so much, Frank Spiff. And we'll take a break and we'll be right back with y'all.
Be smooth, y'all.
Today was in the wind, so I gotta smoke the L away. Oh no, that's red. My team don't smoke that. Kush blunt skunk up front, then we blow bad. Light a doobie up, then serve up the entree. Taking flights through the pipe, smoking Bombay. Shorty pussy the bomb, yeah. Hit her with the pound, yeah. Slit her the loud, her head gave me the sound, yeah.
Whoa! Quarter bird, what's the word? Bring the bricks in. Half a bird, what's the word? Bring the bricks in. Whole bird, what's the word? Bring the bricks in. Bring the bricks in. Bring the bricks in. Quarter bird, what's the word? Bring the bricks in. Half a bird, what's the word? Bring the bricks in. Whole bird, what's the word? Bring the bricks in. Bring the bricks in. Bring the bricks in.
I done sold powder, rocks, and weed. I done flipped boy, kicked in doors for that cheese. I done made plenty mistakes, flipped plenty cakes. Bought my first car from a junkie, from the gate, a young nigga hungry for the bread. Pistol to your head. Only thing that ever had me slightly scared, the fucking feds. Dreams of me floating in a phantom like Casper. My congregation dough beans and bitch, I'm the pastor. Receiving my offering, me drugs, got them coming in. Mingo pulled up with a truck load, he can bring them in.
Quarter bird, what's the word? Bring the bricks in. Half a bird, what's the word? Bring the bricks in. Whole bird, what's the word? Bring the bricks in. Bring the bricks in. Bring the bricks in. Quarter bird, what's the word? Bring the bricks in. Half a bird, what's the word? Bring the bricks in. Whole bird, what's the word? Bring the bricks in. Bring the bricks in. Bring the bricks in. Tryna bring it in with the stump on it. No shoes, nigga, but I stepped on it. Lit the block like a lamp on it. Moving all the bass, I put the amps on it. White same color sheetrock. Jacket flooded veins, it need a detox. Plug brought it in, here I come again. Throwing money out the T-tops. Dope boy, dope boy, dope boy, dope boy, dope boy. Got fish like Atlantic, I ain't talking salmon. Stuffed the whole 250 in a panties. Maybe 3 got the recipe, and we ain't talking rapping when we talking Grammys. What, nigga? Whole thing, break it down and break it. Quarter bird, what's the word? Bring them bricks in. Half a bird, what's the word? Bring them bricks in. Whole bird, what's the word? Bring them bricks in. Bring them bricks in. Bring them bricks in. Quarter bird, what's the word? Bring them bricks in. Half a bird, what's the word? Bring them bricks in. Whole bird, what's the word? Bring them bricks in. Bring them bricks in. Bring them bricks in.
In the Guinness book for the best wrist. My trap house smell like shellfish. Crunchy shit cause I'm selfish. Killing bricks, they got a death wish. Bricks stashed in my fender. Fuck a fork in a blender. If I know them pounds inside your house, I'ma send my goons through your window. Thank the Lord for my crack pot. Push the keys, no laptop. Bought a brand new Maybach. Use the bitch for a stash spot. My trap hot and need an AC. Big lips on the rim like Jay-Z. I started off with a 16. Now the brick so clean, kitchen no bleed.
Quarter bird, what's the word? Bring them bricks in. Half a bird, what's the word? Bring them bricks in. Whole bird, what's the word? Bring them bricks in. Bring them bricks in. Bring them bricks in. Quarter bird, what's the word? Bring them bricks in. Half a bird, what's the word? Bring them bricks in. Whole bird, what's the word? Bring them bricks in.
You're tuned into The Trap.
You're tuned into the Trap House Rocks show.
Miss LB Management 063.
Bring them bricks in the trap house.
Where them bricks at?
You just heard Tracy T from Maybach Music featuring Project Peta and Nephew Texas Boy out of Atlanta, Bricks In. Go watch the new video on the Vivo. So big shout out once again to Frank Spiff, our incredible guest. I'm telling y'all, watch for him. You know I'm right, Mike. You know I'm right.
Listen, I am not going to doubt you, LB, because you have been spot on since I've known you. That's all. That's why I always turn you on to music I like, and you never like it. And I'm like, damn, it's never going to do nothing.
What do you mean I don't like it?
Well, I turn you on to music you just don't like.
It's probably because when you give it to me, I'm doing like 1,000 things. I'm like, hold up, I do like it. I can't remember what it is, but I like it.
Well, then I should start asking you. Like, I should ask you, I'll give you $50 every time I ask you. You think this artist is going to make it?
Okay.
You say yes or no, and then I don't mess with him because that $50 could possibly save me thousands down the road.
Right. It could. It really could. Miss Honey Roasted. Miss Honey Roasted over there agrees.
Honey Roasted what?
Entertainment. Miss Honey Roasted Entertainment right there. Greatness.
That sound like some Playboy type shit to me.
Honey Roasted. Why?
How'd you come up with the name Greatness? What does it mean?
Well, actually, I'm Native American and my tribe is Potawatomi, and I couldn't, name my company after my tribe.
So she went
insurance reasons, and so I came up with Honey Roasted because my skin tan in the summer is honey roasted. It's a golden red and it's beautiful.
Nice.
So that's where it came from.
Now, Ziggy, let's ask Ziggy a money question before we get into our exclusive and wrap this up. Ziggy, since you won't talk all this junk about basically you'll do anything for money.
No, I didn't say that.
Almost. Let me see. Will you change your rap name to My Little Pony?
My Little Pony.
For $25 million.
Will I change my rap name to My Little Pony for $25 million?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you why.
He's gonna break it down on why My Little Pony's okay.
She ain't put no motherfucking she ain't put no stipulations on it. I could change that motherfucker to My Little Pony for that little quick second. Boom.
Forever.
No, you didn't say that.
I meant that. What I say goes.
Stipulation. It's recorded.
See, and this is what people always mess up on,
They
man.
miss the fine print, or they, you know.
Yes.
Okay, let's just say
He got me.
Let's just say she did say it. You taking
No.
the money?
No, not forever. Not forever.
Really?
My Little Pony.
$25 million.
My Little Pony's new song called Guapo's coming soon.
Don't say nothing like that.
I know, right? But what I am going to say about the next record that we're going to play tonight, I told you in the beginning of the show, this song is an exclusive. It comes from Detroit Flex, and it's called The Crown. Shout out to my boy C Now over there. I call him Craig. I'll be like, why you lying, Craig? You know what I'm saying? He's going to kill me for his government on here. But shout out to C Now. He's a big producer out there in Detroit. And this song is featuring Ava Stewart. Be on the lookout for his album, Assault and Battery, that's dropping any day now. So let's take this record right now.
Trap House rocks.
To the mirror, trying to see what you see when I get in front of a mic and these words delivered. Intense but relaxed, mouth full of rounds and gas. Man, it's a trigger fully all of clips filled with raps. I'm money made, scar face to impede these cats. And I go off and flip flops, fatigues and slacks. I iron mic 1 minute, defeat these cats. Spit a rhyme, knock them out, take his mic and proceed with that. An enigma, baby, cool as a fan, everybody's man. And like a heater to destroy the ones that play me. I rep the D, so no intimidation. You got a pride, we grew up like we about to have a demonstration. To be the best, now that's my motivation. Fireworks, plenty toast, and a pig roast at my coronation. I'm the king, so crown me. Now on my head is a bounty. Quan's peeps, I'm complete with my G's around me.
It's about time that you gave me the crown. Now I do this shit for real. I don't play around. We know y'all ain't about that. Your actors, when I come, just know it goes down, 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 down.
Gun smoke and drama, tears for somebody's mama. After the drive-by, can't say victims without the comma. And it's more to come, sure gonna be more than one. Like Obama sent the SEALs going after Osama. Checking your cubby holes and the spots of your chubby holes. Your man saying I ain't playing with his hand to a bloody nose. The cause and effect of disrespect that he chose. Like these chicks I'm on, these niggas neglect these hoes. And every day I'm writing, trying to kick down these flows. With these clowns that's around that I'm trying to expose. I tried to be patient, it won't impose. Now my impatience got me tossing white niggas through those. That's the tip that I'm on. I ain't trying to trip. Just want these words being heard rolling off my lips. Feel like an out rhyme in it. That's not a diss. I'm unstoppable like David Banner after he gets pissed.
It's about time that you gave me the crown. Now I do this shit for real. I don't play around. We know y'all ain't about that. Your actors, when I come, just know it goes down, 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 down.
You know why I'm aggressive, lyrically impressive. Sweeping up these MCs that I'm making a mess of. Freestyle so hard could be considered the best of. VIP entrance to what you consider the best club. Surround me with loved ones you can have the rest of. Usual people like pawns, you should join a chess club. Cameos are being hard, they call you a guest love. We go back and forth, nigga. I use you as a floor scrub. Discard you when I'm done like you a snitch in your horse bug. Like I do the cop, I knock them down, they don't get up. Like accidental murderers, don't care who they wed up. Watch these cats scrap for scraps and come and get shredded up. Text from the ex saying she trying to get sexed up. The best to relieve stress, cause when you come, she don't lay it up. Loose like a punk of your crew that'll have you set up. The only reason they call you the best, cause we ain't fed up.
It's about time that you gave me the crown. Now I do this shit for real. I don't play around. We know y'all ain't about that.
eventlevel.com, promoting indie. Indie Republic, we are indie.
What's up, Mike? Greatness, Ziggy, what's going on?
What's going on with you, LB?
I really have no clue right now. Really have no clue. We got a lot of news to cover, though. We've got a lot of news to cover and a lot of things to talk about tonight. Let's start off with the Powerball.
Oh my gosh. I think, like, for a person who's like a criminal and wants to make some money, just go to the Powerball line where they're standing all the way down the street and just rob all those people in line of their money.
I had a couple crazy stories about the Powerball the last week because I was at the convenience store and a man, this was last week before the drawing on Saturday, he bought $1,000 worth of Powerball Power Play tickets. The lady that works there knows him. So the next day when I went there, I was like, did he win anything? She was like, not $1.
He didn't even get one number, probably.
Oh my goodness, but did he get them all on the sheet or did he get each individual ticket?
You can't get $1,000 worth on one sheet. So he had like 500 sheets. I mean, he had so many sheets. It took 20 fucking minutes to get him out of the way so I could get my cigarettes. Okay.
I think you can only put 3 games on one ticket or 4.
No, you can put like
right,
I think she said 20. No, I think she said 20.
Really?
In here in North Carolina, I think so. It was the tickets were long, so it was a lot of them.
20 times 3, that's $60.
But he got $1,000 worth anyway, so he didn't win $1. And then the next day, whenever I was in the store, there was a couple in front of me, a man and a woman. And it seemed as if they had never played the lottery because they asked the lady, well, we want 3 Powerball tickets, and how do we know if we won? I was like, standing behind them thinking, what the fuck you mean, how do you know if you won? Go check the numbers anywhere in life, phone, internet, go back to the store, scan your little ticket, whatever.
It's only the biggest news in the world.
So anyway, the husband was like, if I win that $1 billion, he said, I'll just buy my way into the presidency like Obama did. If a Muslim can buy their way into the presidency, I know I can. And I'm thinking, I didn't even say anything. I'm just standing there pissed off because they won't get out of my way. And then he says to the cashier, he says, well, I guess if I couldn't buy my way in, I would just hire somebody to assassinate the president. And he didn't know there was a cop in line behind me. And I heard somebody, I wasn't looking either. I was standing there concentrating on what he, like, get out of my way. And the cop spoke up. I heard somebody say, you need to watch what you're saying about the president. You're like, I could basically, like, take you in for that.
He was supposed to lock him up for that.
Yeah.
Well, he knew that he was
It don't matter. It don't matter. That's terrorist. What he just said, what he just displayed was
everything
terrorist
he said. And, you know, I believe
terrorist act.
He knew that he was just a stupid redneck, trust me. Okay?
It didn't matter. He was supposed to lock his ass up, put that on his file, let motherfucker know what he talking about. That's how you know
if
there's
he'd be
no such
considered a
thing.
terrorist.
Nah, you know what I think should happen? What I think should happen is the people standing in line and hear someone talking stupid like that, they should just kick his ass right there and leave the cops out of it. That's just stupid shit.
Yeah, that's how you know ain't no such thing as terrorism, man.
Well, I mean, when I heard when I turned around and saw the uniform, I was just like, you know me, I was like laughing like, yeah, motherfucker, you fucked up. Because I was already mad he called Obama a Muslim. And then I was mad, you know, that he said what he said. Look, we're not going into that. I'm not getting political with you because I'm not getting in a bad mood tonight. I'm not going to do it. His daddy is from Kenya, so that is not a Muslim. So well, that ain't really got anything to do with it either. But you really seriously think Obama's a Muslim?
Absolutely, 100%.
Depending on what you call the Muslim. See, the world don't even know what they be talking about. People just be
Because I
talking
just
about.
said it wrong. It's a religion, correct?
It's you got people that are that have Muslim religion beliefs.
Yeah.
And you have people that are actual heritage that are Muslims.
Right. So there's a big difference between those.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there is. All I can say is, are you guys going to get you guys a Powerball ticket? Have you tried? What's going on?
Sure, why not?
How many?
I got mine right here, man.
What's your Powerball number, Mike?
I ain't telling you that, man. I'll tell you. You can read about it in the news tomorrow.
I just don't see buying $1,000 worth. I just see buying one, and if you win, you win, because the odds actually of you winning that grand prize is 1 in 292.2 million.
Did you know? Before Uncle Sam came along.
It's really crazy.
Did you know before Uncle Sam came along and got the machine together and figured it out how to do it? You know, black people used to run numbers.
Well,
the Italian people used to run numbers.
I didn't read. I don't know how to. I read today where somebody who works at the lottery, a big person, like somebody with a big high title, resigned today because of them fixing numbers and stuff like that. I don't know what that has to do with anything, but you can go look at that story. It's out there for you to look at. What we're going to do, we're going to take a break. We're going to get up out of here. We'll see you next time in the trap.
Yeah, nigga. Fuck is up, nigga. Don
D&T-Y, Ghost and Raekwon, Big Daddy Kane, 91 Nas, 92 Big, yeah, 94 Pop. I cook a whole brick and let my whole
house. I got a trampoline trap, my shit jump all night. Boy, I got olds of that fish scale and dumb hard white. Yo, who you know in Carolina got Broadway, yay? The fiends dance for it like they in a Broadway play. Yo, I got plugs over here, I'm plugged over there. Plug, nigga, I'm plugged everywhere. And when Migo come through, ain't no habla English, but he play with them keys and don't use no fingers. I saw Kilo niggas turn into Christinas. When them niggas go to jail, they some real good singers. When I say Tata, I ain't talking about Queens, I'm talking T.Y. Winston, the kid with the fiends. And back when I dig in them Levi jeans, I get cut like a nigga who ain't make the team. A nigga fuck if I don't make the screen, cause I know how to take a back of hard white and make it green. And motherfucker, I can pay your fee, $50. He'll break in your Lexus and take your screens. While you frontin', I'ma get this cream. Then cop a old school with a rag top and make it lean. Every time I play the strip, I make a scene. If my car keep flip-flopping blue to green, yeah, that's candy, baby. And it's official, I got my shit painted in Miami, baby. Got soldiers that's ready to buck, so I could get you wet like a horny bitch ready to fuck. Or when that gauge you leave a hole in you, Reese cup size. And I'm like Jordan, I be wearing that 4-5. My niggas more live. Yo, come home and find your mother and your kids in the living room hog-tied. And we ain't through yet. We killing everybody in your whole family, nigga. Then we getting you wet.
Don D&T-Y, Ghost and Raekwon, Big Daddy Kane, 91 Nas, 92 Big, yeah, 94 Pop. I cook a whole brick and let my rap house Don D&T-Y, EPMD, 93 Mob, Jay-Z in 88. In the club 50, new 3,000 locks. I cook a whole brick and let my rap house rock.
Miss LB Management.
What's up, everybody? You are now tuned into Trap Out Tuesday right here at eventlevel.com/trap/TV now. You already know I'm Miss LB in the building right here in the trap. We got Ziggy Wisco, we got Miss Greatness, we got Mike Fiore. Shout out to Zenith Star. I'm not sure where he's at tonight. Maybe he'll join us next week. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Tell me, Mike, what's going on with you first?
I'm just enjoying the trap. I mean, I don't know what it is, but I can bitch all the way up till Tuesday. But when Tuesday comes,
listen, I can bitch all the way up to 30 or like 15 seconds before it starts, okay? And then I'm good.
I think it has to do with the opening track. Like, I don't know.
As soon as that beat drop, LB.
Yeah.
That's my boys, Don D and TY out of North Carolina, D Block South with that Trap House intro. We got a few intro tracks, but I like that one in particular. Let's talk about some news. First of all, we had a rock legend die this week, David Bowie. I know Mike has some comments about it. And then I know I sent out
why, because I'm white?
Well, yeah, and you're like toured with like rock bands. That's not why. Because of the girl posting the thing and everything. David Bowie, I've been a fan all my life. When I was very young, of course, he was out there. My brother was listening to him. There were many, many, many hip-hop songs sampled his music that you probably are not aware of. You can Google that. It's out there. Like, I know I read about 33.
He's one of the.
I'll accept that. Anybody else want to comment on the legend David Bowie?
Yeah, I think, listen, David Bowie, I'm not a fan of his. I like some of his music, but I was never this obsessed fan. But what I'm experiencing from his death now is how people are reacting to it online. That's the only thing that's driving me nuts. Because I know 15 people I'm just heartbroken over David Bowie.
Yeah.
But guess what? I guarantee you none of them even have one of his songs on their iPad or on their phone or anywhere. And so that's all I'm saying is I notice when somebody passes away, people use
Well, they do now.
Yeah, they do that for a different segment. You know what I mean?
To get attention.
Yeah, they download it now after they're gone.
Right, that too.
You know what? I'm going to tell you, I grew up in the household, right? My grandma, she from down south. She's from Arkansas. And so, it really wasn't white people around. The only white people that I really got to experience was, Kenny Bolton, Michael Bolton.
I was going to say, it's Michael. Kenny G and Michael Bolton in the same thing.
That was the black version of Michael.
Hey.
He really don't know white people. I even knew that was wrong. What?
And Phil Collins, stuff like that. So I got to experience certain stuff that people just really wouldn't understand.
I mean, I feel you.
Michael Jackson, people don't Michael Jackson was cool with all them people. He did a lot of those people records and stuff. So I grew up listening to a lot of that old stuff.
Well, you tend to see all the talented people fuck with each other.
I'll say this about David Bowie because nobody knew he had cancer. I mean, nobody.
18 months. It was only 18 months.
Right, and his immediate family. So what he did was he created this whole send-off because he knew he was dying. So he dropped the record last week, okay? And I seen the video about 2 weeks ago. I didn't know he had cancer. And I was like, man, this video is out there. I'm watching it going, man, David Bowie just gets more bizarre every year. And really now that you knew what he had when he was doing that video and that album, is he's setting his family up for more money, obviously, and he's doing an artistic thing to leave the world. He was a true artist, you know what I mean? So I'll give him props on how he's done that. I'm not a big fan, but he's a very artistic motherfucker. Was.
There you have it, right
That's
there.
right.
And he was the first to dress in drag on stage and not care.
Yeah.
Did anybody that's in here tonight care about watching the Golden Globes? I didn't because, I don't watch television, but I did see where Cookie, got her a Golden Globe for Best Actress in a TV series. I believe she deserved it, absolutely. She's amazing.
Yeah, she is.
I'm a big fan of hers. So you guys didn't watch the Golden Globes?
No.
Cookie from Empire.
Oh, you said Taraji.
Taraji.
Yeah, if you
know Taraji.
But you know damn well when I say Cookie, who it is. And I said Cookie because it's the trap. Because she's so dope for how many years? How long was she in prison? 18 years.
Right.
I had to call her Cookie. Come on now.
Why Tyrese ain't married her yet?
I didn't know they were a thing. Are they, Ziggy?
Yeah.
Are they? Are they, Ziggy?
They've been a couple since the baby boy stuff.
Are you sure about that? What about all that? Okay, so why didn't he say anything when she had all that beef with 50 online?
Gee, you can go and look at
that.
She did that.
When he said what he had to say, she said what she had to say, and you ain't heard no more about it. So, but yeah, they're official. They've been a couple for a long time.
Usually, when you don't hear about things, because nobody really cares about it.
No, because they don't be. That's why their relationship lasts. You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't trying to be all in the public eye. Well, let's get some pictures and let's stunt and woo woo woo.
Another actor who's never in the media all these years is Robert De Niro. He is never in the news like the tabloids, him and his wife. And, he's married to a black lady.
Yeah.
And they have mixed kids. I didn't even know that till like last year. I didn't even know that. So that tells you they stay out of the media.
Listen, I'm going to tell you this. If every Italian family across the world, would allow one of their kids or be cool with one of their kids hooking up with a black chick, they'd all be having black chicks. Yeah. Period.
Yeah.
Why?
Because the Italians are attracted to black women. That's
every man is attracted to the black woman.
Especially now, because a lot of black dudes I hang with, they only date white chicks.
That's because they about bullshit. That's why, because there's the stereotypical thing of if you get to a white woman, she gonna take care of you. You ain't gotta do this. You can fuck her friends and woo 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 and all this.
Who's friends?
Stereotypical.
You can fuck her friends?
Stereotypical.
You damn sure can mine, because I don't give a shit.
So, there you go. You get you a sister, she like, hold on, nigga, what you thought this was? I ain't no punk bitch.
I'm still... I'm thinking about what Ziggy's saying, and all I can think about right now is the title for this podcast. Cyber's going to have a ball picking the title out for this one. Honey roasted balls and white chicks who they let fuck their friends.
Okay, check this out, right? Log on to any porno site. Any porno site.
Okay.
Major porno site. X-Hamster, X-Videos, Pornhub.
RedTube.
Go on those sites. Tell me what's the majority of race women you see on the front page.
It's white.
It depends on what kind of site it is.
It's white predominantly. I struggle to find hot black chicks on porn.
So, the projectile to the black man is go find me a white woman. Now,
you're scared of a white woman, so how you know?
When you find you a woman, because certain people have certain characters, man, and that shit is real. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you grow up in a certain area, you are a certain type of way. So,
Well, let's ask you a question right quick since you said that. You don't know where I grew up or who I grew up around, but what can you... By how you know me, where do you think I grew up and who do you think I was around?
When you grow up, okay, you see how you
I want to see how I think of me
how you love black men, right? Right? Yeah. So that means you grew up two type of ways, right? Mm-hmm. Either you grew up in a family where they love black men, or your grandfather or somebody, they hated niggas. So you feel like that ain't right. and no, and people are all equal, or woo woo, or you already grew up
Saying
with
I
him.
wanted to rebel if they didn't like him, and if they did.
Thank you.
Well, if I wanted to rebel, if they did like him, then wouldn't I go the opposite way?
No, because that's what it's about. Because it's about equality.
So you think that I grew up two ways?
No, it's only two ways. Because see, okay,
Why?
if you a nigga,
Because
check this out.
my family don't hate anybody, and don't really love anybody either. Like you know what I'm saying? When you are in a time era where a lot of people is not doing that, then of course the parents are gonna be like, I don't know if you should be doing that. It's not that they hate black people. It's just nobody's doing it, and you're the outcast now anyway. Okay, you're the black sheep already because nobody else is doing that, and you're doing it. So that would be a factor, but it's not that I have any.
One thing about women,
You know?
see, that's one thing about a woman. You see what I'm saying? And see, a woman, her first nature is protection. So ultimately, she don't care what nobody think or nobody say. You heard me? Because her first rule of engagement is protection, and she gonna protect any race, any color, any form, or any fashion. You know, that's
Keep
that's
on
just,
talking. Keep on.
That's
I mean,
that's
but you
that's
know,
just-
but race to me, race is getting better every year, I believe, because like I was born in the '60s. Okay, so any white person, I would say 95% of white people that grew up in the '60s, they heard the N words used in a derogatory way.
Hold on,
20
LB.
Listen, 20 years later, Mike, after that, they was still calling me names.
I'm just
At
saying,
high
it's
school.
better now than it's ever been.
No, it's not. That's
You're
the
crazy.
fuckery. That's the fuckery. I'm finna tell you this. I'm finna answer you this right here.
Go ahead.
How the fuck did you get all these different races then? You
How
wouldn't
the fuck-
have a. It's more racist than what people think.
Ziggy, in the end, it's going to be one race.
That's all I'm saying. When I was born in the '60s,
and it's getting there.
Where
one race.
where black people weren't even allowed on buses and restaurants.
Right there, it's got better. No, it's gotten worse.
And it's going to have black in
How
it
it got worse is
because
black on black is how it got worse.
The minority.
Not white on black.
it's going to have black in it. It's not going to be one race.
It has to have black energy.
Has to.
Black.
You can't have a black, you can't have.
What's the cutest thing to a white woman? The most beautiful thing to a white woman is a little black baby. Why you think Angelina Jolie got like 8 of them?
That's not the cutest thing to me. Mine really didn't look like black babies.
That. Money.
Mine have got black in them, and they don't even look like black babies. So, what?
That little girl, that.
I want to keep hearing Ziggy talk about this.
I do too.
Man, because wait, let's just put this out there first, though.
Think I'm racist, man, and I ain't racist.
Do what now?
Let's just put this out there first. He lives in Wisconsin.
Right.
It's a lot of white people or a lot of black. But which one is it? I
That's
don't
all
know.
I'm saying.
In Wisconsin, it's a lot of everything.
Really?
It's multicultural here. You know, UW was a big college, man. Like they real big on bringing anybody that's foreign or any nationality here, giving them homes and any of that. If you ain't black.
Ziggy, you're saying it's worse though. You're saying it's worse now than it was in the '60s, and you're nuts. There's
There's gonna be one race, okay, and it's gonna have black in it, and y'all know why? Because, you see, when black people, like black guys and Asian women, the baby gonna be black. You know what I'm saying? You already know.
This
black and the white way is gonna have black in it, so it's gonna be black. Everybody.
You are what your father is.
Check this out, right? If you mix a nigga with a European, right? I'm keeping it real. If you mix a nigga with a European, you come out with something like Latin, like Dominican or Roman or something of that nature. Okay, if you mix a nigga with an Asian, then you gonna come out with like a Thailand type of people. You know what I'm saying? A Cambodian type.
Asian.
Chinese. I'm sorry, Chinese. If you mix a
said
nigga,
fucking Asian.
I'm sorry. If you mix a nigga, African nigga with a Chinese person, you gonna come out with some shit like a Thailand person. Gee, all you gotta do is look this shit up, and they show you origins, and they show you like this West African person mixed with this European person, and then they created this race of people.
I'm just hoping Cyber won't make the podcast with the N word as many times as Ziggy says it. You feel me?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Trap.
I'm sorry.
We're in the trap, eventlevel.com. We're having a discussion about race. I don't know how it got to this point. What were we talking about anyway to start this? I will tell you, I want to change the subject just a little bit. We've got two men in here with us, and then me and Greatness. When it comes to your kids, you'll do a lot. I mean, you will lay down your life for your kid. If you have kids, you know that you would. Most of you would anyway. Brooklyn, I know everybody, the big news is the gang rape out at the park in Brooklyn. Now, what happened was 5 young men, teenage men, like 14 to 17, I think, right, Ziggy? They pulled out a gun on a dad and his daughter. She was 18, though, and told him basically, leave. Like held the gun on him, told him to leave, get out the park, like basically leave her there with them. And he did. I mean, he had to leave, and they gang raped her, all 5 of them. Now, 2 of these teenagers, they showed a surveillance video at a bodega down the street or something, and the grandma or one of the moms or grandma, I think, saw them and turned 2 of them in, and then they found 2 other ones, and they're still looking for the other guy. But my question to you guys would be, would it be smarter to leave and call the police, or knowing you got to leave her though, or probably get killed trying to save her, that she wouldn't have a daddy and still be gang raped?
Well, what's smarter don't necessarily mean what you're going to do. Those are 2 different things.
Okay, then
the world got two type of men in it. So you gotta be able to be a certain type of man and be able to accept whatever constructive criticism or feedback that you get back from the other side. That's how that shit is. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so what would you have done?
I'm gonna tell you like this. Now, this coming from a father's perspective. I'm not sitting in no motherfucking park with my daughter drinking.
He was drinking, by the way. I didn't mention that.
Yeah. So I'm gonna alleviate that type of situation.
But if you're confronted, what are you gonna do? The little guys have the gun. What are you gonna do?
You heard what I said? See, I'm not gonna put us in that type of situation.
But
I'm not
if
gonna
you were, let's just say
I can't answer that.
Okay, skip Ziggy. Mike, what would you do?
I mean, like you said, there's the smart side and there's the dumb side. The smart side is, probably would be the smartest thing to do is run as fast as you can to get the police, so you stand a chance of catching these people.
Now, he did run to the store.
Me personally,
I couldn't understand what he was saying because he was drunk.
But me personally, I would have died on the spot. Personally, that's just the way my mind works. It don't work any other way.
Greatness.
But if I was able to think about it, maybe, I don't know.
Greatness, what would you have done if you were a man and that was your daughter?
Well, I can't say if I was a man, I can't imagine being a man. But I can honestly say my father, he wouldn't have left me at all. I mean, a gun, it's just like, I know my daddy wouldn't have left me. So,
come on, Greatness. Now,
as a parent, you're not going to want to leave your child in any harm. Let alone, I mean, this is going to have to be me and you and the gun and the bullet or whatever, Have to go down and
let me tell you something. I've been in a situation where there was nothing I could do but stand there and watch my child get hurt. There was nothing I could do because there were guns. And
see, that's a whole different situation.
But I'm just saying, there's nothing you can do. What you gonna do?
That's different, LB.
Get shot? What you gonna do? Both of you get shot?
That's different, LB. And see, this is what I'm saying. That's why I was just gonna say greatness. Now, see, you can't even answer that question. And like I just said, see, you shouldn't even answer that because the first thing that comes to your mind, because it's common sense. My daddy wouldn't have put me in that situation.
Right.
So how could I answer that?
So, because he had something to drink and they were at a park, it's his fault.
I mean,
what if they were walking to the store?
Yeah. How come it ain't his motherfucker?
What if they were walking to the store?
It's his whole 1,000% fault because you her motherfucking parent and you got her at the motherfucking park drinking some motherfucking beers.
What if they were just walking to the store to get some groceries?
Were they in Central Park?
Fool.
Why are we talking? Why are we talking about the kids who actually did this instead of the parent and the girl who happened
Now,
to?
there ain't nothing to say about them, but they are.
When you in a gang, I'm gonna tell you something. When you in a gang, see they teach you literature. They teach you literature. There are rules. There are guidelines. See, one of the things that in a gang that I associate with is called undue heat, and that's what he brought upon himself. Undue heat. Because he should not have had his child in no fucking park drinking no beer. Especially in a neighborhood where he know that this type of shit be going down. If he was in a certain area, in this certain area, they getting drunk, this a neighborhood where they do this type of shit. So they know this goofy type of shit go on.
Yeah, I mean, listen, especially in New York, more than any other place, everyone knows what happens in every neighborhood in New York.
So you mean to tell me that drinking is so motherfucking important that you gonna carry up? Come on, man.
What if he wasn't drinking? They were just at the park together.
LB, didn't you just say the man was drunk?
What if he wasn't? What if you're just walking to the fucking store or sitting at the park with your kid and that shit happens?
It could. I mean, listen.
What if he was high on weed?
Days.
Same fucking. I mean, what's wrong with that?
I had an argument today with the district attorney. You know, with a district attorney who's a friend of mine. Okay, and I was telling the man because like he's all about gun control and all this and all that, right? I said, look, that's just crazy to me because you could change all the laws you want. Criminals aren't going to get licenses in this. They get their guns their own way. The murderers, right? But I know this. Weed has been illegal my entire life, okay? I never had a problem finding it. I never had a problem smoking it. But it's against the law. People who want to do things are going to do things. That's just that.
Right.
You're going to take away, what they're trying to do is take away, you know, make it harder for the people who are law-abiding citizens who actually know what they're doing with guns. They're making it tougher for them. So when it actually does happen, they're fucked.
Yeah, that's all.
I want to switch it up a little bit and go back to politics just a little. I'm gonna let Ziggy get his 2 cents in on this, okay? Because he's all about some politics tonight, okay? I did see where Donald Trump was in South Carolina over the past couple of days. He had a rally in South Carolina. Now, there was a Muslim lady with a T-shirt on that said, "I come in peace." He starts raging, screaming at her. The police escorted her out of his rally.
But I'm gonna tell you something, man. See, this the fuck. This the fuckery. Cause this some real shit. This some real shit. Do you honestly think that woman was Muslim? Do you think that was well, I'm gonna tell you
like it to me.
Oh, see, there go perception.
Okay, that's true, but she's writing in a Muslim language or whatever, and then she did that to prove a fucking point, I guess.
It's like church. It's like church, right? Remember when they first used to have church and people, the pastor used to heal you? He had the fuckery. It was the trick. He had the person wheel in with the wheelchair, and then he touch him. Bam! You've been baptized in the name of.
Do that at my church.
He get up and he get the percolating and he get the foot working across the floor. It's fuck.
I think if she was really Muslim and that she was proving a point just to make, you know.
But that's a horrible point. That's a big point.
I know.
The point is though, because check this out. Let's just say if she was truly there in peace, she wouldn't have worn the fucking shirt to begin with. Because you could be at a football game. If you're at Buffalo Bill or New York Giants football game, right? And someone from the Dallas Cowboys fan comes walking in with a cowboy shit on and start talking shit, they're gonna boo that motherfucker.
Yeah, you stick out like a sore thumb.
She shouldn't have been there. She should have shut. If she was there in peace, shut your mouth.
It's called art of war, man. Y'all need to read these laws of power, man. And understand this shit, man. Because if you coming to strike or you coming to do your homework, you're not standing out like no motherfucker so thumb.
That's right. That's right. Mm-mm. Who knows? Donald might even put her there himself.
That's what shit all about, man.
What do you guys think there are the odds that he will be president one day?
I hope not.
I think 100.
Yeah, I'm with Mike, man, because...
What'd he say?
100, he's going to be the president, I think, because even though Cyber will argue with me, or not argue with me, but he just tells me he believes that Hillary is going to be the next president no matter what. And I disagree. I think that people that have been voting normally and doing politics normally all these years, it's now different with Donald Trump because, and I'm not saying I like him, I'm just saying he doesn't give a fuck what other people think, okay? Where all these other leaders, they're getting bought out by money. They got to be careful what they say. Even if they feel it, they got to keep their mouth shut. That's why he's stirring it up, and I think he's going to get people that normally don't vote ever, and it's a lot of Republicans, he's going to get those guys to vote for him. That's why.
I hope not.
What do we as a people own electronically?
Everything.
No, we don't. Not as a people. Ain't no publicly traded electronically companies really. Not no big ones.
How do you figure, Ziggy?
The big electronic companies?
Yeah.
They publicly traded. So people, what I'm getting at is, gee, they got elections. That shit is electronically. It don't matter who the fuck vote. Gee, if you own an electronic system, gee, you got the power to cast and do what the fuck you want to do.
He's saying that
no matter what, it's gonna be
one, whatever way it's they pay to get.
What satellites we own? We can't control nothing.
Listen, I went to a stag party where they had a big raffle, right? And you put your numbers of the tickets, the winning ticket, tickets, you get half it, you put the other ticket in the bucket, right? And I watched a guy, and it was for a Harley Davidson, this raffle, right? Brand new Harley Davidson. That motherfucker, before he dipped his hand in that bucket to pick the number, he had the winning ticket taped to his fucking thumb. Like, people been cheating shit like that for years.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's get back into some hip hop. Now, I did read this week where 3 people are going to come together and they're going to do an album. And I'm going to tell you my thoughts on it. It's Juvenile, Manny Fresh, and Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
Now, I'm a fucking big fan of all 3. You say, call me what you want to. Whatever you want to do.
Me too.
But this could be... It could make people like Wayne again.
It could either be really good potentially, or really
hate him more.
No, it's never going to be really bad with Manny Fresh. It's never going to be really bad. And Juvie will lace it, and so will Wayne. Juvie and Wayne will both lace whatever Manny does.
There's
hot boys.
Man, me and my people, man, I could talk about this shit because I did time for this shit. You heard me.
For being a hot boy.
What? Boy, we used to be at the table, bandanaed up, soldiered up,
yes,
boy, it up.
400 degrees.
I'm talking about my partner now. He might be off that.
I'm gonna be talking behind a project.
Gee, my partner might be sitting next to me. He might be getting loaded off that candy. You know what I'm saying? My other partner, he might be next to me loading around. My other partner, he over there shaking it up. Man.
Now back to the album, Ziggy.
Oh yeah, that's what it was all about. That's what it was like. That 400 degree. See, I used to listen to this shit back when Juvie had Soldier Rags, back when BG had What You Want to Do, all on you, Volume 1, Volume 2, Chopper City, Volume 1, Volume. I used to listen to 226 The Click. Like this, how far that shit go back. So if you listen to them niggas and that shit, you have to go way back and Manny Fresh, that's that nigga.
If Manny Fresh does what Manny Fresh does, and he will, you gotta know that he's gonna make it, you know, up to date too. You know what I'm saying with these hip hop times, but they're gonna lace it. I would like to hear it, so I will get that.
I mean, it's like a heavyweight fight. You know, everyone's waiting to see the fight, and everyone's got their odds. You know, they want to see the favorite win. And then you got that other group of people want to see the favorite get his ass kicked. So Wayne has that both sides going for him.
But I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna say this. It's not gonna be that classic that we looking for, and the only reason why is because we missing the other two, Turk and Jeezy. You know,
they had to think of that too, though. I bet you they had to think about that at some point.
You know, whichever way it goes, I'm gonna see what I hear because it's gonna be, you know.
Hey, check this out. I guarantee you, people didn't even know this shit right here. Name an artist that went platinum and didn't without cussing.
Michael Peace.
Lil Wayne. The Block is Hot.
Yeah.
I'm thinking. Yeah.
Like.
Manny mad at me cause I beat his beat up. He said these boys looking like they starting to smell like feet up, so I catch them with their feet up. Look, I'm G'd up from the feet up.
Yeah.
Hey,
now,
that's my dog.
We got to give a shout out to my girl Kayla Blue out there in Las Vegas.
Hey, Kayla girl.
It's like 7:30 there, so it's another time. She's singing the national anthem tonight at the big basketball game, the Running Rebels versus Lobos. So a big shout out to her and BLV Music Group. I was gonna rock my BLV gear tonight, but my hair didn't go with everything just wasn't fit together. But I got you, Stephanie.
I was gonna rock mine, but I didn't get it, so I can't rock it.
You're gonna get yours. I just talked to her last night. You're gonna get yours, the swag bag, or I forget how they.
Next week.
Swag sack.
Cool. I wore it.
Now y'all know a few months back I told y'all I was going to see Keith Murray and Redman in Charlotte. Keith Murray didn't show up. It was a whole fuckery. Okay, they didn't have the show. They canceled it. Had to give people their tickets back, money back. Now I just got a message from Mr. Cream on Twitter today. He said, "LB, here's a new flyer. It's going to be Keith Murray, Redman, and Method Man, February 25th at Amos's South End in Charlotte." Now, I know why that it's going to really go down this time. See, they needed to put Method Man on that bill to get that crowd.
Yeah.
Tickets.
Hey, I'm ready for backstage. Me and my homegirl Crystal is going to go out there. That's at February 25th, Amos's South End. That's a great big venue. It's a great venue. I saw Wu-Tang Clan there. It's crazy. So I'm going to go to that. This Friday, you can go out to Gary, Indiana, to the Loft Ultra Lounge. Butter the Great will be. Butter the Great, Real TTV, Joe Rodeo, DJ K Caesar, they're all going to be out there. The show's starring Butter the Great, so go out there and check him out. We got a lot of crazy things coming from him and Nephew and Cuzzo and Ziggy. And Ziggy, go ahead and tell them. Ziggy's about to drop a new single for you guys. It's called Guapo, so be on the lookout for that. Yes, he's going to drop that. We heard it on a live show, so y'all have already heard it, but we're going to put that out there soon.
And the remix cooking.
You said I talk too much.
I ain't say who though.
We're not going to tell you who's on the remix, but it's already in the works.
But at the end of the day, though, that's why we do this show, man. I mean, the love we have of supporting independent artists is ridiculous, and the dedication towards it is ridiculous.
Now, with that being said, I need to shout out my boy C Now, Detroit Flex, Detroit 6, Timeless Music out there in Detroit, BLV Music Group, Sajin, motherfucking Mayhem, Tyler, It's BM Radio, shout out to him, shout out to Ryan King, who was tuned in tonight. Now, Ziggy, I told you would have a little segment, okay? So we're going to have your little segment. You got 3 minutes. Let's have your segment. Because I told him, I said, Ziggy, you got a lot of news. I said, but I want to know the most important thing in your news tonight that you want to speak on.
First and foremost, I wanted to say, why you nuts?
What?
You heard me.
No, I didn't. Your mic went out.
I said, first and foremost, I wanted to say, why you didn't shout out these nuts?
It goes down in the trap, just like the DM. It goes down in the trap. Continue,
Okay.
Mr. Wisco.
Okay. Well, it seems like in Atlanta, they're going to have their first GLBT school called Pride School.
Where's this?
Atlanta.
GLT.
GLBT.
What's that mean?
Gay, lesbian, bisexual, transsexual.
Is it fucking high school or what is it? All school? Or?
K-12.
Wow.
Hey, wait a minute. Okay, how the fuck
This
do you
is
know?
the article.
Hold on.
This is the article by Dr. Susan Berry.
Well,
It
Dr.
was published
Susan
on
Berry.
January the 8th, 2016.
Dr. Susan Berry, whoever the fuck her name is, if she's listening, you need to wake the fuck up because you don't know if a fucking kindergartner's gay or not.
Hey. Tuh, you not finna do that to my kid.
How you know if a kindergartner's gay? You just look at him and say, yeah, he gonna be gay. Let's put him up in the gay school.
You know how you tell if a kindergartner's gay?
Oh, God.
You smell his finger, and if it smells like shit.
God help me, Jesus.
Yeah. And he wonder why he don't get no black. I mean,
So how would you tell if a girl kindergartner's gay,
Dang.
Mike? Smell her finger. What's it smell like?
Finger. What does it smell like?
Dude, kindergartners aren't thinking about that. Okay,
No.
so for them to have kindergarten, I don't even think they should have one, period, a separate school for gay people. I mean, you're different, of course, if you're gay, but you're just going to have to learn to deal with it. I mean, I'm not going to...
And deal with society and everybody else that's not like you. And then by secluding those children, it's going to turn them into like sideshows or something.
Gee, people don't get the understanding that gay is a choice.
Yeah, it is. Now Zenov argues with me. He says people are born that way, and I don't believe that.
I'm gonna tell you why he feel like this. Because you can genetically tamper with hormones, G.
That's true.
You can genetically tamper with hormones and make a kid like that before they come out. You understand me? So that's
Zach Mount would say it's what you eat that turns you that way.
it is. It's the hormones in the food, and
I'm just saying I don't think people's born that way. I think it is a choice.
yeah, a lot of times it's the choice.
Well, I mean, if that's your choice, that's your choice. That's fine. Do what you do. But there ain't going to be... I don't think there should be a kindergarten through... Not even... I don't even know if they know who they are in 12th grade. I'm not sure, because I'm not like that. But I don't know.
The more you promote it, the more they become it. That's all I know.
Well, I mean, that's fine, too, because it's going to be that way. There's going to be people that are gay. That's fine. But I just don't think there should be a school for it. What do you teach? How to be gay?
Maybe a private school, but not a public school. If you want to do shit in your private school, do what you want to do.
Would all the teachers be gay too?
Probably. And don't you have to?
How could you have a person who's not gay teach? I don't know. I don't think the school is teaching you how to be gay. It's for the gay people to go to so they don't get harassed and they don't get looked at crazy. And I'm not saying they don't deserve to have somewhere like that, but in reality, deal with it like we said with society, because you're gonna outside of school have to deal with it in life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, he used to say an apple a day helps keep the doctor away, but all the pesticides and apples is bringing out the doctor closer.
I'm gonna say this right here, right? Because a lot of people don't know this, and they got a lot of shit misconstrued, right?
Right.
You cannot take a check from somebody that's GLBT and then go on a rant about what you've seen and this and this and that, and then try to call them Illuminati or Satanism.
Right.
Like, that's what keep up a lot of bullshit.
They're no different than everybody else, except they choose to be with
who they
same
be.
sex.
Man, G.
I mean, they're not different in their... I mean, what the
That's
fuck
just
they
like-
eat, or how they drive a car, or how they fucking shoot a gun. They're no different. I mean, everybody, it's the same. It's just you choose to be with...
I'm going to tell you like this. If I was a GLBT type of person, and you took my money, and then you did something to try to hurt me and destroy me, I'll kill your goof ass too.
I mean,
Cause this is what people do in the hood. In the hood, run off with the dope dealer pack. When Plies say ran off on the plug twice, yeah, alright. Yeah, alright.
I don't believe
Run off on the plug if your ass want to. You gonna get your ass whacked, your mama and them whacked, all that type of shit.
Yeah,
yeah, but you also have a choice though. If you don't like that school, then don't let your kids go to that school.
Plain and simple.
But then also we have, I know a while back we were talking about schools, public schools everywhere getting ready to maybe, or some of the states were going to have classes that dealt with teaching about gender and transsexual stuff like that. So, I mean, don't push it on people. You know what I'm saying? Just do what you do.
Should they leave that up to the parents who bring their kids into school? Like, take a vote. Like, you cool? We talk about this. And if they all say no, then why would you do it?
Nobody's going to be down with that. Nobody's going to be down with that.
I'm going to tell you something, man. It's good that they building schools for kids with those special type of things or whatever's going on. Because I'm going to tell you something, man. You know, I got gay family members, G.
Right.
So do I.
I got transgender family members.
I don't
you heard me.
Yeah.
I don't have that.
So what the fuck I look like? Talking about some fuck this and fuck that and woo 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 this and woo woo that. Gee, you know how my people would look at me, boy?
You're right. It's your family.
Right. Because they family. You're going to accept family because family is family. You can't pick your family.
That's right.
What the fuck, man? People have a lot of shit, man, all fucked up, man. They all haywire, man, because people can't think for their motherfucking selves.
Right.
Right.
Now, Miss Greatness, now, I know that you probably had a question for us tonight before we get up out of here.
Well, actually, Ziggy, come on back, Ziggy.
He'll be back. I think he went to get a lighter or something.
My question, we kind of briefly talked about it earlier. I wanted to know, to you guys, have you ever been given a bath?
You want me to go first?
Hold on, wait till Ziggy comes back. But she's saying, if you couldn't hear clearly, she's asking us, Ziggy, she's asking us, have we ever had somebody give us a bath?
Other than your parents. Like
Mike?
a female.
Mike, you go first.
I can say this, because when she first asked me earlier, I laughed. I was like, hell no. But then I thought about it. I'm just going to come out with it, okay? I'm just going to come out with it. There was this female in New York City when I was living there, right? And she was a lost soul. She was beautiful, lost soul, but she was a hooker, okay? And I never slept with her, but we would go in the bath. We would take a bath together, and we would just rub each other to the point of, So yes,
you were in the bath with a hooker,
and every time I was, and this wasn't just once. It was like 3 or 4 times. We would just get in the bathtub.
That was your thing.
That was our thing.
So how much she charged you for that?
Nothing. It was free.
Mike lying like a motherfucker.
It was free.
If you go to a porno site, that's called erotic fetishes.
We met in a bar. We met in a bar, and we started talking, and she told me what she did, and I told her what I did, and it just worked out that way.
Now, it's been pretty much, a bath, okay, I've been in the shower last year with somebody, but a bath, it's been a long time, so maybe I need to get me one from somebody soon. If you have, I guess if you're out there want to give me a bath, holla at me, and we'll see, take some applications.
Here you go.
Who wants to give me a bath?
LB, I'm waving my hand.
Who's going to wash me? I'm not looking at you. I'm looking at my camera.
I'd take it.
Anybody want to wash me? Z's being quiet.
She's going to smell like a dog when she's all wet.
Exactly.
No. She ain't cut from that cloth, though. See? This is what it's about, man. It's about being cut from certain cloths, man. See, Mike, you gotta understand that shit, G.
Now, Ziggy, when's the last time somebody gave you a bath?
You know, Shorty be trying to do that shit all the time. You know, and I be stopping it. You know what I'm saying?
He's too gangster for that.
No, it ain't that. Because what if something happened to me? What if something happened to me, right?
Because it's set up to drown you?
Her life gotta go on, right? She might get a nigga that's way worse than I am. So if she don't understand to learn and keep and respect for certain little things, she'll be blind because I'm gone and her heart hurt to let her take advantage
So
of.
you're saying exactly that has nothing to do with that.
Yeah, dude.
No, it doesn't. Are you saying that's soft or what?
No, I didn't say that.
What is
yes
it?
or no?
What? Yeah.
As long as somebody gives you a bath.
Shorty hits me, but that's life. Life has to be
So
different.
you're saying I'm not gonna let you do this to me because
all the
something
time.
happens to me.
All the time.
We didn't say all the time. We said when's the last time somebody gave you a bath?
Well, she do that shit all the time, man. Well,
before tonight's show.
So I can't be counting and be talking about the last time she do that shit so much. You know what I'm saying? Like she does it a lot, G. So it's like it's hard to keep up what date. Where was the date?
Just let you guys know that Ziggy's clean all over.
All up in here, all up and through here,
everywhere.
It doesn't happen to me, but I wouldn't mind if it did either. At the same point, I'm not saying that.
You know how to get your dick sucked more often from your lady? Keep your balls. Get your dick sucked more often from your lady.
Now that was my question to Greatness because
give her $10.
You guys can't answer this question. Greatness, have you ever, been in a situation where you were getting ready to rock the mic and their stuff, either balls or dick, smelled funny?
No. Honestly,
you ain't never had nobody to finish basketball and stop by.
I'm kind of picky with stuff mic check. So, got to do the little wipe down.
We all got it, man. Everyone's got to check.
I mean, being a girl or a gay man, I guess, you have to.
What's your check, LB? How do you do your check?
Shit.
Mic check.
I'm going to tell you like this.
The check before the check. I'm going to have to look at it, smell it, feel it, if it's rough or no.
If she can't suck this motherfucker sweaty, and musty when I just came from making these dollars, big, fuck you.
That's your man, though. And you know that's your man, though, and you know probably where he's been. I'm talking about your average, you just get rid of
random.
See, I got it. My check is what I do for my check, because we all got a check. I'll play around with it with my hand downstairs, and then I'll bring my hand back up and I'll put both my hands around her boob and I'll start licking, but I'm really smelling my finger. That's how I do it.
That's why your pussy level way like that.
Listen, thank you guys for watching. We've got to wrap it up now. On that note, we're going to end on that note, and we're going to
wait. That was a good note.
We're going to pick that back up next time. That's way too much. Way too much.
Yeah.
We got to get out of here tonight.
But let's give shout outs first.
Yeah. Shout out to everybody that tunes in and supports us all these years. Shout out to all my artists. Shout out to everybody that I know. Go ahead, Mike.
The shout out I'm going to give this week is a shout out for Miss LB, right? I know she hates this part.
Here we go.
But listen, just last week alone, okay? Last week, in 1 week's time, 86,292 impressions last week on Twitter, okay? Now, over the last 28 days, 326,000. Do you fucking understand what that means, people?
Reading my analytics.
I'm just saying. Do you understand what that fucking means? That's huge. So, because we're always out here.
Mike. That's why you get no pussy, G.
Why?
A little too hard.
I'm
trying hard. I ain't trying nothing. I'm being dead serious. I'm being dead serious.
I'll just play.
He likes to toot my horn.
No, because we talk about all these famous people all the time, right? But at the end of the day, that ain't what keeps this business going. That's all I'm saying. It's the guys on underneath that keep shit going. Because I guarantee you can't find me one motherfucker that has done what you've done on Twitter.
We all working over here, okay?
That's all I'm saying.
We all working. Greatness, give your shout out to Missy.
Oh yeah, I like to give a shout out to the whole Mitten. You know, we got tons of snow. So shout out to the Mitten, Michigan, 313 Detroit Flex, doing your thing out there in the 517.
Yes, Ziggy.
I want to shout out these nuts in your bitch mouth.
And on that note, Trap out Tuesday. You want to go ahead and give it the real one? Or you want to give it back to those nuts?
Nah, man.
We give it flies for running off with the, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, he got to deal with his plug, not me. Hey, man, shout out to everybody bumping my music, man. Everywhere, worldwide.
See,
you know what I'm talking about?
Ziggy's a great person. He's thanking you guys, all those sales he's got over there. Thank you. That's
So
right.
professional.
He's very humble, but he's out there. We're going to get up out of here
He's
tonight.
gotta go take a bath.
He's got to go get a bath. Okay, he's
bath.
got to go get a bath. Okay, and like I said, if anybody wants to give me one, just holler at me because there's nobody over here to give me one. We'll see y'all next time. Trapped Out Tuesday, eventlevel.com.
Shorty ain't my daughter, I'm a father though. I'm a father though. Automatic going, man, now hold on, need no reason. No, she don't need, I'm a father though. No, she don't need, I'm a father though. I know these niggas mad, the boy ironclad, but you need to get glad like a bitch with no dad. It's easy. You know I'm the man, seen you on the cam with my fam, so bitch don't tease me. Thick bitch in my lap, hit her from the back, bitch said my name 2 times like Jeezy. Breast in my face, let me get a taste, left nipple, right nipple, no bikini. Took off her clothes, told me suck her toes, I said, whoa bitch, I ain't that freaky. Get up in the sheets and a nigga eat, but the pussy sweet, man, sweet like kiwis. Before we sex, get a real rat, screaming like Tourette's, and now she creaming. Put it down the throat till she croaks, slicker than a boat sound, macaroni and cheese. I know these niggas mad, the boy ironclad, but you need to get glad like a bitch with no dad, it's easy. You know I'm the man, seen you on the cam with my fam, so bitch don't tease me. Thick bitch in my lap, hit her from the back, bitch said my name 2 times like Jeezy. Breast in my face, let me get a taste, left nipple, right nipple, no bikini. Took off her clothes, told me suck her toes, said, whoa bitch, I ain't that freaky. Get up in the sheets and a nigga eat, at the pussy sweet, man, sweet like kiwis. Before we sex, get a real wet, screaming like Tourette's, and now she creaming. Put it down her throat till she croaks, slicker than a boat sound, macaroni and shit. I'm a father though. I'm a father though. Shorty ain't my daughter, I'm a father though. I'm a father though. Automatic going, man, now hold on, need no reason. No, she don't need, I'm a father though. No, she don't need, I'm a father though. Shorty ain't my daughter, I'm a father though. I'm a father though. Shorty ain't my daughter, I'm a father though. I'm a father though. Automatic going, man, now hold on, need no reason. No, she don't need, I'm a father though. No, she don't need, I'm a father though. Rolling through the city with the homies getting faded. 80 proof from 40 ounce, man, I'm so sedated. The way I do this life, make another nigga hate it. She wasn't feeling me, she just thought a nigga made it. So we made it till she figured out I was just aspiring. Now I feel my time with her quickly expiring. She accustomed to the finer things, and I won't buy her things. Don't trip, strip club is still hiring. Rolling through the city with my homies getting faded. 80 proof from 40 ounce, man, I'm so sedated. The way I do this life, make another nigga hate it. She wasn't feeling me, she just thought a nigga made it. So we made it till she figured out I was just aspiring. Now I feel my time with her quickly expiring. She accustomed to the finer things, and I won't buy her things. Don't trip, strip club is still hiring. Shorty ain't my daughter, I'm a father though. I'm a father though. Shorty ain't my daughter, I'm a father though. I'm a father though. Automatic going, man, now hold on, need no reason. No, she don't need, I'm a father though. No, she don't need, I'm a father though. I'm a father though. I'm a father though. I'm a father
Indie Republic. We are indie.